Have you ever looked back on your day, your week, or even your year and thought, where did all that time go? What if I told you that many of us are wasting our lives, not with big dramatic mistakes, but through tiny, almost invisible choices we make every single day? In this video, you'll discover 5 powerful truths, backed by psychology and real-world experience, that will help you stop drifting and start living in a way you'll be proud of when you look back. Here's the problem, and it's a stark one. Life is short. If you live to be 80 years old, that's only about 4,000 weeks. It is terrifying to realize how many of those weeks can just slip by without any real purpose. Most people don't waste their lives through huge errors. They waste it by saying later instead of now, by letting comparison on social media steal their joy, and by getting stuck in the cozy trap of comfort instead of striving for something more. But the good news is, you can shift course. You don't need to make massive, sweeping changes overnight. It's the small shifts done consistently that completely transform your journey. So let ES walk through 5 truths and strategies that will help you turn that aimless drift into a clear direction. The first truth is about finding your North Star. It's about putting purpose before tasks. The problem is that many people wander through life. We do things, we go to work, we run errands, we check things off a list, but we don't know why. Without a clear purpose, it's easy to fill your hours but lose all meaning. The value of finding that North Star is that your life becomes aligned. Decisions get easier. You experience fewer regrets. So, here's your action plan. Grab a notebook and write down what matters most to you. These are your core values, your passions, the things that truly light you up. Then, choose one long-term goal, something you want to achieve in the next 3 to 5 years, that embodies those values. From now on, use that goal to filter your daily tasks. Before you do something, ask, does this move me closer to my North Star? For example, if you value learning and helping others, you might decide to start writing, teaching, or volunteering instead of just passively scrolling through social media. This brings us to our second truth. You need to conduct a time audit to expose your hidden wastes. We all think we're busy, right? But many of our hours are actually gobbled up by low-impact activities that don't serve us. Endless scrolling, constant distractions, and binge-watching shows we don't even like that much. Once you see where you're wasting your time, you can reclaim those hours for something meaningful. The action here is simple but powerful. For just 1 week, log your time in blocks. You can use your phone's screen time tracker, a journal, or a simple spreadsheet. Be honest with yourself. Identify your time sinks, those activities that give you very little in return. Then, cut or limit them, and redirect that newfound time towards something aligned with your North Star. Truth number 3 is learning to say no to what doesn't serve you. The problem with saying yes to everything is that it dilutes your focus. You end up doing many things poorly instead of a few things exceptionally well. When you learn to say no, you gain more energy, less stress, and a deeper sense of satisfaction. You protect your life's direction. Your action step is to first define 2 or 3 non-negotiables. These are values or habits you refuse to compromise on, like your health, family time, or creative work. When a new opportunity or request comes your way, check if it aligns with your purpose or your non-negotiables. If it doesn't, practice declining politely but firmly. A simple, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to that right now," is all it takes. Our fourth truth is to embrace a growth mindset and choose learning over comfort. Comfort feels safe, but it's the fast track to stagnation. The fear of failure, of what others will think, keeps people playing small. The value of a growth mindset is immense. When you embrace learning and see failure as a stepping stone, you stretch, you grow, and you avoid future regrets. You start attacking life from a place of, how can I get better, instead of, am I good enough? So here's your action. Start treating failures as feedback. When something goes wrong, ask, what can I learn from this? And make it a habit to take one action outside your comfort zone every single week. Pick up a challenging book, talk to a mentor, or take a course that pushes you. This is how you build resilience and momentum. Finally, Truth number 5 is the power of reflection and course correction. Without checking in with yourself regularly, that silent drift just continues. What felt important a year ago might not matter to you today. The value of reflection is that it keeps you on track, helps you avoid regrets, and makes you feel in control of your own life. So, set a weekly or monthly reflection routine. It can be as simple as 15 minutes on a Sunday evening. Ask yourself, what went well, what didn't, what do I need to adjust? And don't forget to celebrate your small wins. They're the fuel that keeps you going. Here's the real takeaway. When you combine clarity, a time audit, the power of saying no, a growth mindset, and regular reflection, your life stops feeling like background noise. You stop wondering, where did it all go? Instead, you'll look back and see chapters filled with purpose, growth, and meaning. You'll realize that not wasting your life isn't about perfection. It's about alignment. The small decisions are what matter most. Choosing to learn instead of complaining, saying no to being busy for the sake of it, and reflecting instead of just drifting. These are the bricks that build a life you won't regret. And if you want help building that discipline, navigating your purpose, or making growth your default setting, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell.